Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends, and welcome back to Coffee Talk. You are joining me live on the Better Body Fitness fan page. The reason I stuttered was because I realized I did not name this Coffee Nuggets. But you get the pleasure of being here with Coach Chuck and myself today. So it is the blend of the Coffee Nuggets. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I know half of you are going to tune in just for the title. Michelle, good morning. Coach in BBF land. Peeps, Deanna, good morning. Ember, good morning. Tammy, good morning. I love it, I love it, I love it. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Coach and Clutch. Good morning, Corey. Hootsek, happy Tuesday. Tracy, good morning, my friend. It was so good to see you Friday. I love it. I've decided these are not bags. These are not bags under my eyes. They're eye pillows. They're my eye pillows. Oh my goodness. Dee Dee, good morning. Stacy, good morning. Charlene, Michelle, happy Tuesday. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know. I have a bad habit of TikToking before bed, and I have not been sleeping good. Like my mind races, I'm tossing, I'm turning, and I think it's because I'm filling my mind with video after video after video, and my mind can't shut off. Bad habit. Do you know how long I've been saying I need to break that habit? It's been a long time. I haven't done it yet. Oh, I'm calling myself out. It's a 2-for-1 Hootsek. Look at that title. Lynn, happy Tuesday. Carrie, good morning. No, Jason is wrong. Well, they can be wrong together. They can be wrong. Is Jason wrong or is he a liar? I see the long nose and I feel like that is Pinocchio. So, Carrie, good morning. On our way, bringing kids to where they need to be. And on my way to work. Oh my goodness. And it begins. Or has it never ended for you, Carrie? Is it the cool side of the pillow? I flip my pillow all night long because I get too hot on one side. So I gotta, but I don't flip it over. I flip it sides. So it's just like a 360 on the same side, a 180. Don't do this to me, Deanna. Don't do this to me. Julie, good morning. Ruth B, good morning. Eye pillows. They look at them suckers. I took the ice cube before the 5:30 and I rubbed it under my eyes and all over, maybe to tighten it up a little. Sheila, good morning. Corey, good morning. Lisa, good morning. Kim, good morning. Kim, good morning. It's Kim Wallace. I believe it's her birthday tomorrow. I believe I might be right. Lori, good day, peeps. Lynn, I can't sleep either. Menopause. You know what? And actually, now that you say that, I am a day or two out from the visit event flow, and that may also have a lot to do with that. I should not overlook that. I don't want to blame...
Oh yeah, my favorite topic.
I don't want to blame TikTok if TikTok is not to blame. Hold, let me get my AirPods. Did you want to give them a little sniffle?
I think actually I was drinking my protein shake, sniffling, and eating a rice cake yesterday during the debacle of said AirPods. And I was like, I don't know why your cell phone decides to pick up my AirPods, but you probably need to forget that device. So that doesn't happen again, because I'm in there typing away and she's like, Chuck! And I'm like, what? And I went back and listened. It was hilarious.
Everybody here heard me, and I didn't look or sound like that.
They can still hear you, though. It was pretty funny. All right, let's get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
All right, so the title of today's video is Chuck Was Wrong. Now, I want you to know he named this.
Yeah, I did. I said, let's captivate the audience.
He named it.
All right, so yesterday for the noon nugget, if you missed it, it won't make a complete sense. But for the noon nugget yesterday, I was talking about a framework that I'm going to be using this week. And I said it's a 4-part framework and to success, right? To body transformation, to lifestyle change. And so I said the first most important foundational piece of that framework is commitment. Your commitment is number one. Now, I don't retract that statement and say that's technically wrong. Where we tried to hook you today was commitment is incredibly important. However, commitment by itself is not enough.
So the commitment is the mindset portion of what you're committing to, but it's much bigger than that. Like beyond commitment, once you commit to something, that's great. Like you are all in, right? You're excited, you're mentally ready to take something on. But what comes next?
All right, well, before we get in that, I just want to quickly define commitment. So the way I defined commitment, if you missed it yesterday, my definition of commitment in regards to this journey was no matter the season or the condition, you still honor the vision. And honor was the key word, right? Like, so no matter the condition, no matter the season, you honor. It's what drives you. It is your why. It is, right? This is living my purpose with purpose on purpose. It's my sole purpose. It was burns inside of me. And we're going to talk about some analogies and we're going to draw some comparisons for you today. So that is our definition of commitment. Now, as Coach Roxanne said, let's take it to piece number 2.
So then once you become committed, what happens? Well, then the action needs to happen. The work needs to happen. The habits need to happen, AKA the consistency. Without the consistency, the commitment usually just lives in your mind. Yep. Maybe you have a couple of days of change, but without the consistency, commitment doesn't take you very far.
So I want you to think about, it's funny, people ask us all the time, what's more important, calories or macronutrients? And what I tell them, it's like 1A, 1B, they are intertwined like this, right? Like the quality and quantity conversation of nutrition are so tight that you could literally like kind of throw a dart and pick whatever one you want. Commitment and consistency are just intertwined. They're on the same strand of DNA. They have to remain together. So the commitment is the mindset. It is the declaration. It is the talk, right? Consistency is the action. It is the walk. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about marriage. Now, why would you talk about marriage, right? Well, marriage, right? Like when you declare, right, that you are all in with this amazing person that you found in your life, right? First thing you do is you get engaged.
The commitment.
It's a commitment, right? You get engaged. And then it's all this build up to what? The wedding day. When you do what? You say your
commitments.
Vows, right?
Yes.
You say your vows, right? For better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, for sickness and in health. Amazing words that are even written down, and you even sign a little document, right? And all that good stuff, and you declare it in front of 100 or 200 or 300 or 500 people. They're words. They're beautiful words. They're powerful words. They are your why. But then what happens from the moment you wake up the next day? Day 1, baby. Day 1. How do you show up on day 1 and day 100 and day 1,000 and day 10,000?
The wedding is the consistency. The engagement is the commitment. It's the exciting time. It's the fun time. But honestly, up until that wedding date, anybody can call it off, right? You're really not putting in that daily work to make things happen. Once that wedding happens, starts the daily habit, starts the daily consistency, starts to build this relationship that is supposed to last you the lifetime.
Yeah, so I mean, like, again, using this analogy, right? I'm signed up for the 21-day challenge, engagement, right? I got my Facebook account, I got my clothes ready, I got my weight sets, I got my supplements, I got my smoothie ingredients, and on and on. I got my water bottle. Engagement.
I am committed. I'm committed.
Right. And then it's day 1, baby, the wedding day. Day 1, woo! And then it's day 5 and day 7, week 1. It's still amazing, right? We're what do people say? We're
still honeymooners.
Honeymooners, right? And then it's day 21. On the challenge is over. Now what? Now you're back from the honeymoon. And now what happens? Do you keep moving forward? Do you take what you've learned? Do you take all of these beautiful things and push it forward?
If you were not consistent during the 21 days, it doesn't matter how strong your commitment was. If you weren't consistent, chances of you continuing to go on with your journey are probably slim to none. You have to be consistent. You can be committed, but as soon as day 1 starts, consistent habits, your 4 S's.
So I'm going to ask you a question, and while you guys have an opportunity, I'm asking you a question, and then I'm going to tell you a story. And while I'm telling you a story, it's going to give you like a couple minutes just to kind of think something through and then type it in the box. So do you want to ask him the question?
Yes.
And then I'll tell him the story.
So what are you committed to that you have not been or need to be more consistent with? What are you committed to?
What's a declaration that you made to yourself, either verbally or internally?
But you have not been consistent with, and you need to be to honor that commitment.
And you know it.
And you know it.
You know it.
And Ruth said, making me tear up.
Yeah, Ruth.
As time is counting down to our wedding
So
day.
awesome.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to bring you back in time. I was 20 years old. Actually, I think it was 19. I was between 19 and 20. And I'm a college freshman, right? I'm 230 pounds on a 170 pound frame. Overweight, unhappy, desperate. I've told this story before, how I was going to Kmart across the street from my dorm room, and I bought a can of Slim Fast and I hid it in my closet. I did not want my roommate to know that I was doing this because I was desperate to lose weight. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea. I hated lifting weights. All I had known and all I had seen was liquid weight loss diets. Why? Because that was my exposure as a child inside our household. And I'm desperate. And this is like early fall of like 1998 or 99 or whatever. I come home and my brother, who was about 75 pounds overweight, comes home and he used to weigh he was like 280. He comes home and he's like 220. And I'm like, what? Man, he say, what? I'm like, and he didn't tell anybody that what he was doing. And I'm like, holy crap, dude, what are you doing? He's like, he brought the book home that he read. He's like, this is the book. And I'm like, shut up. He's like, here's the book, check it out, read it, whatever. I go into my room at the time and I open it up and there's all these pictures of these before and afters, right? I'm like, it's blowing my mind. I'm like, wow, right? This book, I read it cover to cover. It wasn't a really long book and it outlined this program. And I was like, this is it. This is it. I went back in there and I made my declaration to my brother and I said, this is amazing. Thank you so much. I am going to do this program. And it was a 90-day transformational program. And I said, my 90 days will start on the first of the year. Of course, the first of the year, right? I'm like, I will do it. And I made my declaration. And it was exciting. And I'm like, I'm doing this. And I'm pumped up and I'm jazzed and I'm woo. And my brother's right there and he had lost 50 pounds. I'm like, you know, it's possible and it's amazing. And then what happened the next day? Because this is Christmas, right? The next day, what did I need to do? I decided, I made a commitment. I had to honor it. I went into my cupboards and pulled all the junk out. And it was hard. I got up the next morning and what did I want to do? I used to have Pop-Tarts for breakfast every day. I wanted a Pop-Tart. I wanted pizza. I wanted Pepsi. I wanted all of the things. I had to take them out and it was painful. I had to take them out of my cupboards, give them to my roommate at the time. And then I said, if you don't want them, let's get rid of them. I had to go to the grocery store, spent like $300 in groceries. Then I remember going to GNC to buy the supplements from the program, and that was only one part. Here's Mr. I don't want to work out. I don't like working out. Working out is painful. I had bad experiences with it. I didn't know what to do. And then it became day one of going to this little tiny gym at the apartment complex that I stayed at, to go in and do my very first workout all by myself and then make sure I was there when nobody was there, because I didn't want anybody to judge me, and see what happened. And was it awesome? No, it wasn't awesome. It sucked. It sucked so bad. And then what happened after that? The next day, cardio. Was that awesome? Nope, it sucked. And then what happened the third day, and the fifth day, and the seventh day? It wasn't great, I honored my commitment, and I remained consistent even through the sucking.
Both.
It wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy it, all right? I didn't know what I was doing at the time. But I'm telling you all of this because day 1 had to become day 7, had to become day 21. I was on a 90-day journey, and I ended up losing about 25 pounds on the first 90 days. Then what did I do? I made a commitment, signed up for another 90-day challenge, and over the course of 6 months, I went from 225 to 172, was in the best shape of my young adult life, and that journey of 6 months is what really spawned what you see today and who you see today. So it was through consistently honoring my commitment and my actions day after day after day, when I didn't want to.
All right, so Deanna, he wasn't necessarily wrong. There was just more to the story. Michelle, I need to be more consistent on water and smoothies on weekends. Yes. And if you have committed to the 4 S's, that's where you should start. If you are not yet consistent with being committed to those and you want to be, that's where you need to dive in. Now, there's a difference. If you're committed to something that you don't really want to do, you're never going to find the consistency.
So let me ask another question, because we've got some crickets out here.
We've got a couple, and then...
well, let me just ask this question. So let me ask another question. So maybe it's not sometimes we like, hey, what are you guys not doing that you know you need to do? Let's get come on, I want to hear from at least 10 people on here. What is something that you committed to that you are doing, that you have proof in the pudding, that you are super pumped about? Like if I said, hey, what are you committed to and what are you consistent in right now? And you're like, I'm consistent with bam, bam, bam.
Yes, what are those are your wins. Yes, I would love to hear
let's
from
hear a couple. I'd love to hear them.
Beth said the one thing she's committed to that she needs to be more consistent at is stretching at night.
Me too,
yes,
me too,
yes.
me too. Stretching before my workouts, stretching after my workouts, yes, 100%.
And you're like, well, I don't know. The things that you're committed to are the things that you say all the time. Like Coach Chuck says all the time, I need to stretch more. I need to stretch more.
You need to change the conversation between I need to I am.
I am. Yes. All right. It's slow going out there.
Well, tell them a little bit about your story. I mean, you've lost 100 pounds,
Lord.
So that just doesn't happen overnight.
Deanna, 4 S's. Bam, bam, bam. Need to work on tracking consistency.
Ooh, all right.
I love that.
That's
I love
a good
that. Carrie, tracking my food. I know that I'm not hitting my calorie intake for the day. Stuck in a rut of the same food daily. Ooh, okay, Shelly. I committed to walking the dog 30 minutes a day and did 300 walks in 365
That's awesome, Shelly.
days.
Pause. Carrie, real quickly, stuck in a rut of the same food daily. My friend, just make a small commitment. Maybe try to find like 3 new recipes this week. Just 3. Just find 3. And find it for the meal that you want to see the change in first, whether it be dinner, lunch, or breakfast. Try that out. Just commit to 3.
And I have to ask, when you say you're stuck in a rut of the same food, do you not like that food?
Yeah, I eat eggs and fruit every day.
If you like that
But yes,
food,
if you don't like it.
You don't, I mean, there's, if you like it, you don't necessarily need to change it. But I see that you said I'm not hitting my calorie intake. So maybe really that's the issue.
Quantity.
Yes,
okay.
but yes,
maybe
I
I
get
took
it.
it out of context. Yeah.
Workouts, walking and journaling my food. I love
Killing it, Lisa.
Sarah, I've been telling myself to be off my phone so that I can use my time more wisely. Tracking and planning take time, so I need to carve more time out of my day so I can get more stuff in so that I can be better prepared for the day.
Sarah Flippin Robertson, this comes directly from one of my coaches, all right, that he says this: when you are going into production, you need to make sure that whatever you're doing, if you cannot use any apps, make it app free, right? Take your phone and if you can, silence it and literally like put it in a drawer in the other room. Like get it out of your sight, out of mind, disconnect from it for the time that you need, whether it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour. Put that distraction away.
Love it. Tammy, tracking my food.
Yeah, awesome. Tammy's pretty, I mean, you've come a long way because you showed us your binder. I mean, now it's a matter of getting in there and doing the work with it. But I mean,
it's the minutia now.
Right.
It's the minutia. Erica, tracking my nutrition. I'm about 25 days in of tracking.
Yeah.
Hootsek, I need to be more consistent in tracking my food and calories.
Common theme out here.
I am consistent at my 5:30 workout and the 4 S's. I love it. You?
This is very convenient. We're running a challenge right now about tracking calories.
Yes. For you, again, it's the minutia. It is now becoming the minutia. Michelle, I'm good at getting workouts in. I love that. Amy, I'm consistent with my workouts, smoothies, and steps. I need to be better with my water. I love it. Charlene, food prep, workouts, smoothies, water, steps. Need to be better on tracking.
That's the word of the day today.
Michelle, getting my calories above 1,800 every single day. Since personal coaching, I've dipped below 1,300 a couple days. Have to be consistent in my pre-log.
Pre-logging.
Yep. And even at that, even if you aren't hitting 1,800, but you aren't going below 1,300, even in that area, can be a win for you, right?
Yep.
Carrie, meal planning, I love it. Jill, I'm consistent with my sips. Ruth, 4 S's, no problem. Working on improving nutrition. I feel that area will always be an area to improve 1% at a time. I love it. Jill, I'm consistent with my steps, sips, and smoothies. Julie, I am consistent with steps and workouts, have not done smoothies. Not sure I can. I'm interested to hear why there's that there, because we'd love to help you.
Maybe it's a spinach thing, yes.
We'd love to help you. We have so many smoothie recipes.
If it's a greens thing, you can get your greens elsewhere, and you can build smoothies without grains.
Yes, we have a whole page of them.
We do. We
have a whole page of them.
Yes.
Carrie, yes, calorie intake. I bought a scale.
Oh,
It's coming tomorrow to know exactly what my portions are.
Sorry, I kind of missed the context there, but yes, that's awesome.
Kimberly, I have been consistent since October with my steps and my workouts.
Yeah,
and
she
it
has.
Shows.
Yeah.
It
Kimberly's
shows.
transformation is epic.
Lynn, tracking my food and steps. I've been a little lax on the steps. All right, today, right?
Commit and act.
Today, yes, I love it. Kim, I am great at the 4 S's, but food has been a struggle lately. I'm sensitive to so many things that I occasionally get into a screw it funk because I start the pity party over everything makes me sick. I have to get over it and clean it up so I can feel better. Yes. And maybe it's time to reach out to, what are they? The doctors that are more for the naturopaths.
Yeah.
Maybe reach out and they'll have alternatives for those things that you are allergic to. Sometimes it's having another eye to look at things and open up a window of other things that you can do. Heather, consistent with smoothies, need to work towards each S and build consistency on each. Build up the basics.
All right, my friends, thanks for joining us today. It was amazing. You know that Coach Roxanne is always right, and I am wrong some of the time, whatever.
I won't disagree with that.
Yeah. All right, so if you joined me for the noon nugget yesterday, I said I was going to talk about the second foundational frame, which is consistency. So I'll probably spend about a minute tomorrow talking about it. I have 2 more foundational pieces to our frame. We'll cover those on Wednesday and Thursday on the noon nugget.
I just wanted to go back to the beginning of the conversation with some of you ladies in your menopause and Tammy saying she needs a fan in her room. I want to tell you that along with my cooling pillow, we have our
3 fans.
We have our ceiling fan going, and we have 2 fans on the floor
next to the air conditioning vent,
blowing
to push
right
it up. Yeah,
on me.
It's insanity.
So, ladies, I feel you.
But here's the thing I don't understand. She buys a down comforter that's like this thick, and she's like, "I'm so cold." And then in the middle of the night, she's like, "Oh, I'm so hot." And then I can't sleep under this thing because I'm literally like burst into flames, and I touch her. I'm like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "This makes no sense. What are we doing?" And then I try to give her
this is
my
how
turn.
God created me.
No, I give you the comforter, the little one, and she's like, "I don't want that. That's too little." I'm still wrong.
I know I'm not alone. Well,
I'm still wrong.
It's not about right or wrong.
Huh?
This is how a woman's body was created. There's no denying it. There's
3
no right
fans?
or wrong.
3 fans?
Yes, that is how I feel hot.
3 fans with a down comforter? That is like going down the highway at 70 miles an hour with the emergency brake on. Jason, I'm assuming that's you. Or unless that's Carrie saying she relates to Roxanne.
She said I'm not alone.
That could be him. That could be Jason. And Jason could be saying, "Brother, I'm not alone."
It's not. All right. Bet Chuck, you're wrong.
Well, okay, whatever. Well, I think I'm outnumbered on this podcast.
I don't know. A man
Pretty sure I'm outnumbered.
A man will know. We push babies out of our bodies. This is what happens.
Oh, Deanna, I'm not even going to go there.
All right.
I'm not even going to go
now
there.
We're going to say goodbye. All right, my friends, join me tomorrow at 7 a.m. Join Coach Chuck at noon tomorrow. We love you all.
I can't believe she said shut your trap. Who says that?
Somebody
shut
had
your
to say
trap.
it. Somebody had to say it.
Comforter with the leg out. Right? Oh, my goodness.
But then when my leg gets too cold, I sneak it back under. All right, we're out, my friends. I love you all. Go have a fantastic day.